In today's video, I will be revealing why reaching $1 million balance in your RRSPs, either individually or as a total between the two spouses, represents a significant retirement milestone that fundamentally transfers your Canadian retirement possibilities. That's exactly why we're making the video today, to show you the unique retirement advantages that become available with $1 million RRSP, and how proper implementation can maximize your retirement income and security. Let's get right into it. We understand that every family is different, but what I found working with Canadians over the last 20 years plus is that most Canadian families, most Canadian retirees plan to spend between $6,000 and $8,000 per month in retirement. And this is just spending money after tax adjusted for inflation. So if we're going with 6 to 8, the average number would be $7,000 per month. That's $84,000 per year spending money adjusted for inflation. And if you do not have a private pension, if you only have CPP and OAS, you will need about $1 million in RRSP, either a single RRSP or between the two spouses, $1 million market value in RRSPs. You can be very, very confident that you will not run out of money for the rest of your life if the RRSP is invested correctly. And as a matter of fact, your net worth should actually keep on increasing throughout retirement. Let's look at a quick case study, and let's look at what your retirement paycheck potentially could look like in the future. We have John and Mary. They're wanting to spend $7,000 per month after tax, net, just spending money, $84,000 per year, adjusted for inflation. And we'll look at what will happen until the age of 85. Let's start with John. John will qualify for 100% CPP and 100% OAS, and based on 2025 number, his combined CPP OAS will be $2,160 per month. Mary will only qualify for 80% CPP, 100% OAS. For Mary, the monthly total will be $1,873. Now, the total CPP OAS family total will be $4,033 per month. So obviously there's a shortfall because we have to make up for taxes and we have to make up for the rest of their monthly spending, desired spending, which is $7,000. This is their situation. They have $150,000 each in their TFSAs, and they also have $1 million in RRSPs combined. Now, in order to generate that $7,000 net number per month adjusted for inflation, they will have to withdraw $4,200 per month out of their RRIFs combined. This will put them to a 14% average tax rate. So basically, their taxable income between CPP and OAS and their RRIF income being 50% split between the two of them. After the age of 65, you can split your RRIF income with your spouse down the middle. That's what John and Mary will do. So their taxable income will be about $50,000 each in order to produce $7,000 net spending money per month. The $50,000 taxable each will put them to average tax rate of 14%, which is very reasonable. Now, if we were to project their net worth to age 85, at the age of 85, assuming inflation 2.5%, and assuming investment returns at 6%, if your RRSPs are correctly invested, if your TFSA is correctly invested, age 85, their RRIFs will be combined at $700,000, and their TFSA combined will be at $920,000. So combined between the RRIFs and TFSA, age 85, they will have $1.6 million. So therefore, they are not running out of money. As a matter of fact, their net worth is still increasing at life expectancy. Now that you understand how government benefits complement a $1 million RRSP, click the link in the description and I will send you a personalized Loon video showing you exactly how to coordinate these income streams for maximum retirement efficiency. As you probably know, you can convert your RRSP to a RRIF at any time or any age, but you must do so at the age of 71. Now, a lot of families will choose to convert early. And what is the benefit of converting your RRSP to a RRIF prior to the age of 71? Well, as I said earlier, if you wanted to split RRIF or RRSP income with your spouse, you cannot split RRSP income. You must convert to a RRIF first, or at least partially convert. So convert part of your RRSP to a RRIF and income out of a RRIF after the age of 65 could be split with your spouse. Now, the other reason is it is beneficial, or it could be beneficial to a lot of families to fund your early retirement purely out of RRIF income and defer your CPP and OAS benefits. Because if you were to defer receiving income from CPP and OAS, you are receiving a deferral bonus. With CPP, it's 8.4% per year. With OAS, it's 7.2% per year. So about 40% increase on your CPP and OAS benefit if you were to defer to age 70. And this is a lifetime increase. So basically what some families will do, they will aggressively go into their RRIFs and RRSPs 65 to 71 or to age 70. And then age 70, they will turn on their CPP OAS. And then in later years, after the age of 70, they will have to withdraw lesser amount from their RRIFs than they would have otherwise. While RRSP to RRIF conversion creates significant tax advantages, it's almost equally as important to plan your withdrawal order, or which accounts are you drawing on first, second, and last, and so on. So if we go back to the case study, Mike and Mary, if you recall, they had $1 million RRSP portfolio. They also had $300,000 in their TFSAs. So why do we not recommend them going into their TFSAs? Well, there are three main reasons. Number one, if they did not go into their RRSPs immediately after retirement, age 65, that $1 million RRSP would grow to about 1.5, 1.6 million age 72, 71, and age 72 is when you must pull out about 5.4% of the market value of your RRIF. Now, this would put them into a much higher tax bracket than the 14% average that we are forecasting under the immediate redemption scenario, not only age 72, but for the rest of their life. Reason number two is you want to protect that TFSA because it's your only, in their case, it's their only tax-free capital. And if there is an emergency or if they need to draw a lump sum, and if they had no TFSA, they would have to go into that RRIF. And again, that lump sum would be taxed on top of their regular monthly income. So again, pushes you into a much higher tax bracket. And number three, the third reason is that in an ideal situation or ideal scenario, you will deplete your RRSP or your RRIF while you are alive. Because your RRSP, your RRIF is your most expensive asset. It's 100% taxable. And if you have a substantial balance in your RRIF later in life, in your late 80s, when you ultimately pass on, and if you have a substantial balance, basically 50% of your RRIF will be gone via taxation. You can kiss 50% of your RRIF goodbye. So in an ideal situation, first you deplete your RRIFs and RRSPs. Then if you have a non-registered portfolio, you deplete your non-registered portfolio. And last would be the TFSAs. In Mike's and Mary's case, we are estimating that their TFSA balance with no further contributions, age 85 will be $920,000. $920,000 in tax-free capital, which they can gift to their kids or grandkids while they're alive, completely tax-free, or which will go completely tax-free to their beneficiaries through their estate when they ultimately pass on. You've accumulated a substantial balance in your RRSPs. Congratulations, whether it's $500,000 or $1 million, that's great. Job well done, but you're only halfway there because if you have $1 million RRSP, you are also carrying a $500,000 tax liability, unfortunately. So if you want a personalized guidance on optimizing your $1 million RRSP strategy, click the link in the description below, and I'll send you a custom video analyzing your current retirement approach and showing you exactly how to implement these techniques for your specific situation. See you in the next video.